We have an update today on a high school football player who went into cardiac arrest right in the middle of a game.
He's now helping raise awareness after his life was saved by his team. Local 10 News reporter Cyril Onward is live in Plantation with this touching story.
I'm just lucky to be alive.
Back in August, we told you about American Heritage High School football player Tim Burrows, who collapsed after going into cardiac arrest on his team's sideline during a preseason game. The 17-year-old saved after athletic training staff administered life-saving measures through CPR.
Get hit in football to crack back the blind side. It wasn't a hit that happened,
no,
but it was something else.
I just remember getting ready that pregame. I don't think I remember running off the field. It was hard to let it go, but at the same time, I was at peace with it, man.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. I made it through that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
God let me go through that. I'm here for a reason, man.
I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next. I need my bag, just run me the check. Cable was mine, I ain't taking less. I told them all I'm as real as it gets. Shit be a shit, dog, I'm cutting the net. I thought I told him I came for my spot.
What up, fam? Welcome to I Stay Mad on Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Mr. I Stay Mad, but I probably should say LeVar Green. It's my first name, but I don't care. Stay mad all the time, man. I got with me a special guest, my little nephew, and I say little, but look how big he is compared to me, right? But it's my future nephew-in-law, man. Love this dude, man. It's funny, as you'll hear in our story. We got more in common and more family in common than we even realized when we first met. But we're going to hear his story today. You know, our podcast is about, you know, tapping into life's purpose, your assignment, all through the ups and downs, the highs and the lows. And sometimes you just never see that hit coming. That's today's topic, man. So we're going to talk about it. Tim, go ahead and introduce yourself to the group, man.
How y'all doing, man? My name is Tim Burrows. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to talk about this and happy to share my story with you.
Absolutely. Now, your boy sweating. We ain't got no production team, so I've been setting everything up. So you see me right here sweating like I worked out. I should be sweating from workout, but I'm not, man. We're going to talk about this young man's story. I think it's very intriguing. Sometimes you're gonna feel a heartbreak. You're gonna see some highs and some lows that he's gonna share. We're gonna talk about it. You know, we talk about life and football a lot. Me and my brother do a podcast, and you hear us talk about it all the time about how the life lessons that we learn in football, it just translated, you know, off the field to everything else. And even though we didn't have a lot of jobs before we got into corporate America, but the things that we learned on the field, man, help us, you know, pretty much be some rock stars in everything we do. So, Tim, high school, where'd you play high school at?
American Heritage.
American Heritage. Now, I also played at American Patriots, but it wasn't American Heritage. We was down in Dade County. Y'all was located where up? Plantation, so Broward County. For those who know, you know, if you from South Florida, and you know all about them, right? The Patriots, y'all black and gold, colors like that. So I heard y'all team was pretty good around that time. Still pretty good now. Y'all been pretty, you know, mainstay in the playoffs. But talk to me about your ball life and let's kind of get into there, you know, what positions you played and everything else.
What can I say?
Listen, you already see it too, so you see, you know when somebody was good in football when they take that pause. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm humble about it. I'm always being humble, man. But I was,
you was like
I was decent, man.
Yeah, no,
I was decent. I ain't gonna toot my horn. But,
no, well, it's plenty of people will toot your horn for you. He was better than just decent. My boy held down every position on the line. You know, highly recruited. You know, season was going real good. Your career was going real good. You got good size. Yep. So he was better than just decent. He was on the field, not just to be on the field, but the name was being called, plays was being made, being a disruptor on the field. So kind of like you want to be when you play defense. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him his flowers in advance because your boy was like that. Like we followed football. We followed football for a while, and not even knowing that my niece, you know, they were dating, but we were like, man, it's a good, you know, D lineman down there. Mm-hmm. So we would always see kind of the top linemen and whatnot and follow some of the games in the playoffs. So he was better than just decent. So I'm going to go ahead and put that out there for y'all.
Thank you, man.
All right. So it was your senior year or was it your junior year when everything?
My senior year.
Senior year. So you go into your senior year, you know, business as usual. You went through 2 days down there. You're playing ball. You're getting ready. You go into the season. You feel pretty good about everything?
Yeah, man. I was pumped up, man.
Okay. So talk to me about that. How How did you train? And back then, like, what was your mindset? And then even like, why'd you get into ball anyway?
So always like I grew up. My brothers didn't know this, but now my brothers gonna know. But like I always felt like I was in the shadows of them, and especially the middle one, Chris. He played at American Heritage too. And then I used to tell my Uncle David all the time, I'm gonna be better than him. Like my high school career gonna be better than him. And man, my goal really, I was just trying to get education go to college for free, man.
Right.
That's all I wanted. Yeah. If I would have made it to the NFL, then hey, I would have been a real big blessing.
Real talk.
It was really just getting my education for free. But like a lot did a lot did drive me, man. Like I just wanted better for my life, even down to challenging myself at the moment and everything like that. A lot of my team, like my junior, sophomore year, like I was putting in a lot of work, with my head down, and seeing my teammates get offers and everything like that, and I wasn't getting anything. Like it really showed me like the process of things.
Yeah.
And how like you really have to put your head down and work to get what you want.
Absolutely. Now you got you sound like you had a bloodline of guys that played some ball. You guys had some other older brothers that played, and you felt like you were in the shadows. So talk about that, like, so playing in the shadow of an older brother, because my brother and I actually talked about it on our last one, about how I felt like for him, you would see him like fight like tooth and nail just to get a look, but then when he established our name, people was always like, well, you got to be good because it's your brother. Yeah. Like, so talk to me about your experience with that.
So, cause Chris, he transferred from American. He actually transferred to American Heritage from American. Okay. So he went out there, man. He balled out, man. He made a name for himself. Like they love. That's love. So it's like when I transferred from Miramar, like they already knew my last name.
So from Patriot to Patriot, it was just all about the Patriots. Yeah. Dade County and Brown County ain't gonna like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all now, all y'all haters, because I know the Chiefs out there hating. I know the Bulls, my mama them, the West. Y'all hating, but it's really been about the Patriots. And you can say what you want, but the Patriots, we out there live. No matter where it was, from American High to Miramar to the Heritage, right? Okay, I just want to make sure we establish that. Go ahead.
But yeah, man. Just going out there and just really proving myself, man. Like I had to prove to the coaching staff, I had to prove to Coach Mike, Coach DP, Coach Spiver. Because I was playing O-line at the time. Just proving to everybody that like I was meant to be there, be there. And I know the first day, I'll never forget this. It was conditioning. Man, it's different.
South Florida different.
Heritage is different. Yeah, man. They
expectations there.
They work like, or we used to work like we was in college. Yeah, like it was hectic, man. And I know the first day, man, I kind of tapped out. I wasn't ready for it.
What grade was this?
This was 10th grade. 10th grade. Started my 10th grade.
Okay.
And then, man, I think my brother he called Coach Spiver. And like asking him like how did I do? Right. And then he told him what happened. And my brother came back to me with that, man. And hey, I told myself from that night, man, I would never again. I'm gonna push through everything. Right. Push through all the workouts, man. But that I can't say both of my brothers, because they're two. My brothers really drove me. My mom, she was always there for me, man. She we're gonna get into that one. Yeah. My mom really there for me, man.
Yeah, so it sounds like definitely family is involved in. I love my thought process, and you didn't heard this coin before, like faith, family, football. You know what I mean, or faith, football, family for some people, because I know my mind was going by football, but it sounds like family is definitely up there for you. Yeah, when it comes to like your career, your life in general. Yeah. Okay. So sophomore year, you got there. You say you weren't ready. You tapped out in that first practice. talking about the evolution of Tim Burrows' love when it comes from like the 10th grade year and then transition to 11th and then even to the hit.
You know, it was pretty much like a mental thing.
Right.
Really. Like, I remember the first day being there, like, dang, like, how am I going to survive this for the rest of my high school? Like, how am I going to do this? And I just kept showing up, man.
Yeah.
Every day. I got better every day. The weights went from feeling hard to push up to I'm pumping it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like that really taught me like it's really a process. And then down to leading the team.
Right.
Man, when we first put them pat, even 10th grade, I was still a young guy.
Yeah.
I was still leading the team, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared to speak up to the seniors, to the juniors when they was BSing. When we had a bad season that year.
Sophomore year?
My sophomore year, we had a bad season. It wasn't negative. I think we lost like 4 games, and that's not.
And that's bad
not
for Heritage.
Way.
Yeah, you don't lose 4 games with Heritage.
That's not Heritage way,
Right.
man. And then we lost to Central in the playoffs, but that's not Heritage way, man. And I know the next year, man, we had to come stronger.
Right. So, all right. So, sophomore year didn't go the way it's planned, especially not the expectations of the culture where you were, right? Because I think culture is huge. You know, when you go places, if you got a very good, long, deep, traditional culture of winning, you can't go there fooling around. You go to some of these other schools that's kind of used to losing, only losing 4 games is like, bro, they only lost 4. You know, that's a big deal for them. So, going from sophomore year, now you transition into like what people think is an off season, but ain't no off season in football. We know that, right? But going into the training that is considered off season training, what was the mindset then? You know, you got the training, then you know you got spring ball and getting ready for that junior year. Talk to me about that.
The mindset was really to be better than we was last year. You know, we knew what we was. We had all the talent in the world that year, man. And that next year, like we really came in and put our head down and worked.
Right.
Like we worked. We held each other accountable. Down to the weight room, runs. Like we was really getting it in, man. And
Right.
it showed that next season.
Okay. So 11th grade year went better than sophomore?
Yeah, it went better than sophomore.
All right.
We ran into Miami Central.
Again, playoffs?
Yeah.
Golly.
No, state.
State? Oh, so y'all made the state play
yeah.
Central? Now, I'm glad we're doing this interview before my wife get home because she used to go to Central. The last thing I want my wife to hear us talk about is Central Rockets. Bad blood between me and Central because they beat us my senior year. We should have won, Lord knows. But we'll talk about it another time. So Central got y'all at state.
Yeah.
All right, so now this is senior year coming up. You feeling good about yourself? Going into spring ball, summer training. So let's kind of talk through the season up to the moment. Now, I call it the hit that we don't see coming because I'm really playing on analogies and how we can get hit in football to crack back the blind side. It wasn't a hit that happened, but it was something else. And we'll get into that. So if you're listening, I want y'all to hear this because one thing that stood out to me in your story early on when we first talked, when we first met over the phone, after, finding out what happened and you and Des, had been dating and all that, I heard some things that just floored me because I couldn't shake football when it was taken. So just to plant the seed of what I'm talking about, when I heard you say it wasn't about the NFL for me. I was trying to get this free education. That floored me. So we'll get there in a second. But I want to hear you finish the off-season training, you go into the first game of the season, you're feeling good, and let's kind of just, rock from there.
So, man, let's start with my spring.
Okay.
My season.
Right.
My senior year.
Yeah.
So that's when like offers started to roll, man. I was at a point I know, like in my junior year, like when I didn't have any offers at all, like I was down, man. Like I was like dang, is this?
I've been there too.
Am I not good? Is this? Am I doing enough? I'm not doing enough work.
Right.
So, man, that spring came around, man. I just kept working. Spring offers just started flowing in, man. And I was like, wow. And then So spring done, go through the summer, and mind you, I'm leading, man. Like I felt like I was the heart and soul of the team, man. Like I was really leading.
Yeah.
So summer workouts, man, pushing my guys, man, pushing myself every single day, man. Make sure we finish that board, Coach Mike. Make sure we finish that board.
Yeah.
Man, and was getting it in, man. I was so excited for my senior year, man. I had a single digit, and I was about to wear a single digit number 5. I used to wear 52 like my junior year.
Okay. Ray Lewis number. Yeah. Okay.
I was about to wear number 5, man. And then that first game came, man. I put it on. I had it on, man. I could never forget how I looked in that 5, man. Like I felt real proud of myself, man. That's what that number it mean a lot to me, man.
Yeah.
Like I just felt real proud of myself, man, because it's a lot of work that went into even me earning that number.
Right.
You know,
because single digits aren't just given out. For those who don't know athletic and sports, you don't just go get a single digit because, I'm on a team, I want number 5. I want number... Nah, you don't.
D-lineman.
Especially as a D-lineman. You don't just get single digits. Yeah. You have to be the guy to get single digits, right? Okay, I'm just making sure the culture didn't change from when I played, because we got a little age difference, slight age difference, right? Maybe 1 or 2 years. But you don't get those just to get it. So that is a huge deal, especially as a lineman.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you say first game of the season, you remember putting the jersey on, you kind of reminiscing about just the work, the years, everything you put into it. Let's keep going from there.
So, man, that was Booker T. That was my last game. Man, I was pumped, man. You know, it was a whole bunch of trash talk and everything like that week coming to the game. Even though it was week 0, but you know, everybody was excited, man. And I just remember getting ready that pregame, man. I know when we walked out, it was talking. You know how it go. Talking. Then, man, I remember warming up. Then I remember a little bit of that first drive, man. It felt like a dream. Like, you know, when the clouds are just orange and sky looking orange and beautiful. Like it just felt like that, and I don't think I remember running off the field, but I blacked out and woke up in the hospital truck.
So that's the hit that we talking about, man, and the whole premise of this talk interview. To me, it's like an older man talking to a young man, a brother talking to a brother. And y'all know, if you ever seen me before my show, I do get emotional talking about God in somebody's life, Lord knows. And I can almost feel it, because I can only imagine right now what you're talking about. I don't even know how often you shared this just publicly, let alone, in a podcast setting or whatnot. But I can just hear you as you get to that moment, your story slowed. Because it sounded like life slowed down. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, how did I get here? And it's crazy because some of our story is similar. My junior year, no recruits. I didn't get recruited at all. Spring ball, I went into the mindset after I got cursed out by my Uncle Vint, my cousin Ricky, my cousin Ivan, my late cousin Ivan, and my brother D Green. And cause I was playing around my junior year, trying to talk to the ladies, all this other foolishness. And they're like, N-word, you think you're going to go to college? You think you'll get recruited? They just let me have it. And it just woke me up, right? So spring is when I finally got recruited. Went to my senior year. I had a game where I blacked out too. North Miami Beach. Saturday game. First Saturday game I ever played in high school. Because we didn't play on that often. That's 98 year. 97, 98. And I was dehydrated severely. I remember that we won the game, but the scoreboard wasn't working, so it was all like, ref, how much more time we get? And I woke up in an ambulance, and I don't remember walking off the field. I don't remember getting on the bus. None of that stuff. But I was able to still continue to play. Your hit was different.
Yeah, man.
That was your last game.
Yep.
Talk.
You know, I was really like at peace with it, man. I was at peace with it because it's that experience, man. And like DeMar Hamlin, Bronny James, they'll know.
Yeah.
That experience, man. You wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy, man.
Right.
Like going through that, man. It was hard, man. Like it was, and it was real scary. When I found out, back to when I found out, like that had happened.
Right.
And I woke up in the hospital, like, did we win the game? Like, did we win? Did I get 3 sacks? Like,
Yeah, just what happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even backtrack to the hospital. I mean the ambulance truck. So I woke up in that. Then I passed out again. God spoke to me. God told me to wake up. Right?
Yeah.
They was shocking me. And I told him I couldn't. He said it again. Shocked me again. I woke up. And I always knew God was real. But that solidified.
Right.
That was the spirit.
Yeah.
Like, God is always with me. And I walk around today like he have a big bubble on me, over me.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed, man.
Right.
I'm blessed to even be here with you right now.
Right.
Like even the little things, man. Be here with you, talking to you, man. Like talking to the people.
Yeah.
Like this it's a real blessing. And I'm just happy to share this story.
No, I appreciate you even wanting to come on here, man. That's tough because when I think about it, I loved football too much. It was my God, unfortunately, because I made it an idol. And losing it the way I did, it was just, I couldn't continue on after college. It shook me. I could not imagine, like my brother, his football career was taken from a temporary moment of paralysis. I'm not sure if you heard that story before, but he played at University of Miami, and then he transferred to Youngstown State where I was. And I still remember the play to this day, just kind of how you remember the moments too, you know, the blacking out. Tight end, big tight end, I forget his last name, but he's like 6'6", 280, big dude. He was running an out, and I saw it coming. D. Green was playing like slot, I was playing corner or something like that. And I could have broke on it a long time and got up there, but what happened was he got there before I did, made the hit, didn't get up. And I'm right there like, come on, dog. Like, dog, I can't.
Wow.
Until this day, I'm like, why you ain't get there sooner? You know, you could have spared your brother life. Not knowing he had an underlying, he was born with something that's in his neck that he could have been, you know, probably died playing the game of football, you know what I'm saying, not knowing. And but I still remember him like, dog, get up. He couldn't move his legs, couldn't do nothing. He looking like, dog, I can't move. Wow. I can't feel the bottom of my body at all. And laid there for a while. They came and got him. And so that's how his career ended. And now I look at you and I'm hearing your story. And as angry as I was at God for football not working, for NFL not working, I'm thankful now, 20 years later. I don't know if I could have did what you did, bro. I don't know if I could have walked through that thing with the grace that I have heard from you from day one and still to this day. As you still try to figure life out, as you still trying to figure out this big pivot, right? It wasn't NFL for you, but it was like, I want the college paid for, it's all this opportunity, you know, so hearing that, and this is it, the people still don't even know what happened. You blacked out, right? But what was the condition? And then like 2 questions for you. Did you ever go back and see the film of you blacking out? Did you ever see that footage?
So I went into cardiac arrest. I went into cardiac arrest. They said I seized, I believe, and no, they deleted the footage. So no, I never saw it.
Wow. Did you want to?
I don't know. That would have been that would have been worse for me. In my mental, like that would have been kind of worse for me if I was to see it. I'm kind of glad that it did delete it.
Right.
But even like how you was saying, like, you was mad and everything like that. Like, I was just so at peace with it because I've spoken to the Lord. I've spoken to God.
Yeah.
Man, that alone tells me, okay, football wasn't it for me. He had something lined up for me. And that's why I get up every single day and I live by it. I work. I try to, my fiance, we're gonna get into her too. Like, I live right by her. Try to live and do it his way. Because he brought me back for a reason, man.
Right.
He brought me back for a reason, and still trying to find out. But he brought me back for a reason.
Right. And that's amazing. So, and then hearing that, and I don't know if you remember, I said this to you, but you reminded me of Inky Johnson. You heard of Inky Johnson before?
Yep.
And hearing how he went through his injury that ended his career, who was guaranteed NFL. He was like a guaranteed draft pick. They were already talking about it and everything, and then how his ended. And I remember he said this in quite a few of his motivational speeches that I listened to. And he was like, dang, Ink. He was like, you minimized God and his ability to bless you to the NFL. That was your high? That was it for you, Ink? And it brought me to a point to where I was able to start trying to process and deal with it. Because come on, Bar, seriously, that's the best you thought life had to offer was the National Football League? It's too much more. It's so much more. And I think we're experiencing that, and you have been experiencing it, just to even come back. And to don't know, and I know you're not, but y'all, we can't minimize that the Creator wants to communicate with us at any means necessary. Whatever he may allow to happen to us, he wants to communicate with us. And I've had moments where I truly believe me and God had some dialogue. I haven't had a full-blown encounter, I guess one that I'm desiring, right? But to hear that from you and saying that hands down, you had already believed in God, but I just dealt and had an encounter with the Spirit of the living God who's telling me to wake up, pretty much letting you know you got life to live. This ain't your time to be checking out. So here's a question I have for you here. Cardiac arrest, like, did you have an underlying heart issue before that you didn't know about? Like, what's up with that?
So I have a condition, it's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So basically one side of my heart is enlarged, like it's larger than the other side.
And it was like that?
I growing up, never had heart problems or anything like that. I know my grandfather, he had a heart problem. He had a pacemaker.
Pacemaker. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I believe, like, cause the shot, that's what I think that it was.
Oh, the shot that in 2019 that many people were taking?
I believe it was.
I heard that had a lot to do with a lot of folk.
But I don't got no evidence behind it, and because who knows, it could have just been like that, man. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Because without the evidence, but even though it's a lot out there that I wholeheartedly agree with you, it can at least be very suspicious. I can tell you that. But this is a crazy thing, and I believe you're at the stage I had plenty of conversations with my boy here, and very mature for his age. How old are you right now?
20.
20 years old. So I got him by about 25 years old. You know, I'm about 25 years older than him. But to hear him talk is very mature 20-year-old. And even at the time, months after it had happened and we had spoke, and I just was floored by your maturity. And still to this day, the way he talks, to going about being engaged and wanting to be married, and really saying, Lord, I want to do this your way. Like, I always commend anyone who can do that, entering the marriage bed as a man and a woman. That's what God recognizes. To say, I want to abstain from these things to the best of my ability and do it God's way. Because your boy didn't. I acted a plumb fool. I ain't going to it that way. Brandon, me and the wife been married 21 years coming up this year. But I always wish we would have. You know what I mean? So hearing you say that and y'all trying to do this thing the right way, I also commend you. From man to man, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? So you mentioned earlier your mom was in your corner, very important person in your life. And I can only imagine how she felt. And I saw Mama Green, how she responded with my brother, and they found out, you know, he was temporarily paralyzed and his football career ended. I saw how they reacted, and I know how I felt. But how did you feel seeing your moms and your family kind of going through this with you?
You know, I felt like, cause my mom, she's strong, man. She real strong. She try not to show us, my brothers and I, like that she's going through stuff. And she hurts too. And that's what I had to understand, even growing up. Like, she going through a lot too, man. Like, even her raising us by herself. Along with my grandpa and my grandma. She tried her best to keep a smiley face for us. And that helped a lot, because that always showed us, like, it's gonna be okay.
Right.
Like, man, she's meant to make it happen, man. Like, anything I need, like, or anything, like, just ask my mom, and she gonna make it happen. But you know, I believe it was very hard for her. But I would like her, like, to speak for herself. But like, I know it was hard for her, because should this happen to my son, I would. Yeah. I'd be like,
I respect that.
Be shocked. Like, I don't know how I'll recover from that.
Right. But it sounds like, hands down, she was there in your corner.
Oh yeah.
Always
man.
have been seen
man.
like.
She was always there for me, man. Always. Love her to death.
That's cool, man. So, injury happened senior year, and this is a life pivot, seems like, because now my assumption, and you know your life better than me, so probably the recruiting stopped. People may or may not have been willing to give you a chance, and if they were, it's because they wanted you to still play ball. How did you feel about all that, and then what was your ultimate decision?
So, you know, so like the same day the incident happened, like, they was telling me, like, oh, you can't play football no more. Man, I told them, I was gonna tell y'all I'm not playing football no more.
Right. You ain't gonna jeopardize that anymore.
I was gonna tell y'all I'm not playing football no more.
Right.
Man, that experience, man, hey.
Yeah, you ain't trying to go through that.
That would have just itself I would have probably went back on the field, like, I wouldn't be myself, man.
Right.
And it was hard to let it go, but at the same time, man, I was at peace with it, man.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. I made it through that.
Right.
God let me go through that. I'm here for a reason, man. I am.
I like how you said that, and before we cut to a little promotional break, but God let me go through that? Because it sounds like when you say that, you know it was a benefit to you.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So when we come back from this quick break, just kind of introducing the website and whatnot, we're going to pick up on that, how he felt like God let him go through that as if it was a blessing for him. Thanks for watching. I want to take this quick break just to let you know, listen, everything that you see is sponsored by Activate You, which is our parent company where we encourage people to get active, stay active, and live active. You see that on the back. We have a couple podcasts we've been doing, but we also got a website, IStayMad.com and TheRealAU.com, where you can go and actually get merchandise. You see some shirts that we've been wearing on the show sometimes, everyday wear, gym wear, something to kind of remind you to stay mad about everything that you do in life, motivated and determined, making a decision to make a difference. That's the whole mission behind what we're doing. And we also have some different digital content that you can get on there. We have a free questionnaire to help you kind of figure out your direction, to kind of see if you're ready to see what life really has to offer. Then we have another thing called the Purpose Playbook Huddle to kind of really get you like honed in on some of your life purpose and your assignment. One thing with that, we actually can do some life coaching sessions if you're interested. So we definitely have links in those PDF books. You can go to our website, once again, IStayMad.com, to check that out. Thank you for just checking us out right now, and enjoy the rest of the show. So you mentioned right before we kind of took that break that God let you go through this. Now, LeVar is in his 45-year-old mind. I'm there now. I can say, you know what, Lord, you let nothing happens unless God allows it, right? Mm-hmm. But the 20-year-old LeVar would have been like, what happened, Lord? Like, what's going on? So talk to me about that, because it sounds like you look at this as a positive thing.
Yeah, man. I feel like this shapes me who I am as a man today. Like I did always ask him, and when we get to that later with the mental theme, and I always asked him why me, why me, and that kind of pushed me to just never stop through the whole mental process and everything. I just told myself, don't stay still. Do something. I was in a real, I'll say, deep depression. Yeah, I hid it, tried to hide it from my mom.
Right.
My fiance and my fiance was there through it all.
Right.
The riot garment. No, she gonna be watching.
Yeah, Des. And we know you watching this episode. Better watch my other ones too, bro.
But man, she was there, man.
Yeah, I remember.
There, man. That's like, that told me right there, man. Like, no, I gotta marry this girl.
Yeah.
Like, she was there when I had everything. I lost everything. She was still there.
Ain't miss a beat.
Still there.
Yeah.
Then, like, even my recovery, there every day, always checking up on me.
Yeah.
Always this and that. Like, made sure I had everything I needed. It was there. And I love her, and I would run through a brick wall for her.
I feel you. Des, love you for that, man. My little niece there. I like them together. Y'all will see them one day. When they tie the knot, we gonna bring them on here for like their early marriage. We just gonna track them so they, we talk that marriage and relationship stuff on purpose. You mentioned that you did ask God why, for quite some time. And so here's a question, did you ever hear an answer why? Did he ever tell you why?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's just a reason. Like it's soon to come.
That his answer for that is soon to come.
He's going to show me in some type of form.
Yeah.
Why? He's going to show me, and I know.
Yeah. I like that answer because it shows the for one, the trust that you and I do have in Almighty God. Because bottom line is, loving Father, the creator of existence, He don't owe us an answer.
Yep.
And that's a mature place that people should grow to, because it's like we in our audacity as humans, the created ones, go to the creator like, you owe me an answer, or or I know better than you, and if I was running the planet, I would. Like, yeah, we got to stop that. Like, we don't realize that every breath literally is because he allows us to breathe. And we were joking on my midday motivation call for some guys I run and that we do, and we were saying how people just nonchalant with God. I've been there before, and sometimes still be too nonchalant. But I said this. I said, wouldn't it be funny for anybody who says there is no God, or we get lazy and lax with God, the moment we get him off our mind, that our oxygen stops? And then all of a sudden, what most people say, oh my God, then all of a sudden, oh, now I'm on your mind, I'll let you breathe. I think everybody be checking for God then. Because if we knew our oxygen depended on it, the thing that we need to live, forget food, forget water. Like, if you stop breathing, not dying, but you, oh my God, I can't breathe. That means we got to keep him on our mind. So I love the fact that you said, I'm good because I know he's going to tell me one day. That just shows you trust him on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? And that's a mature place to be, because I haven't always been there. I want answers. Like, well, first of all, he don't owe you an answer, LeVar. You know, and if he decides to give me an answer, then I should be so honored that he did. You know, but I do feel like he drops breadcrumbs. So, of course, we talked, and you know, I do life coaching and stuff, and it's funny because I know you feel like you're still trying to figure it out. And I told you before, if you feel like, you know, you're frustrated and, you know, even lost sometimes, like, you're on the way, you know, you're in the right path, because you're paying attention to life and you're wanting to know. And God is going to drop breadcrumbs, bro. I tell you, and it's going to be so amazing when you start to see how they line up. You know, if you took some glass and dropped it on the ground and it just broke and shattered, you know, it's almost as he puts the numbers on the back of him to tell you where to put it at. Like, that's how he lets us put our life back together a lot of times, with him in mind. So I can just tell you like this, bro. When he does tell you, because I feel like he will, and it's going to be necessary, because it's going to make sense for your story, that's going to be a blessing to a lot of people. Like, hearing what you went through and how you went through it, you know, because it could have been totally opposite. Everybody ain't go through it with as much grace. And the thing is, like, why did you have so much grace? That's just God's favor. I think you mentioned you feel like there's a bubble around your life, like he just protecting and being there for you. That's an amazing feeling to have, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm just here again giving you flowers when I hear you say these things as a 20-year-old. And at the time you were, what, 18, 19, 17. So to hear you say these things, even then when I talked to you for a few times and then now, I've always been like, man, this dude got a good head on the shoulders. And I've always thanked God for you in the short time that we've known each other. Now, what's funny is we kind of go further back than we realize. Your family, your kinfolk, I went to school with your uncle, who unfortunately lost his life back in, I think it was in college where it happened at. Tim Burrows, where'd you get your name from?
Yeah, Tim Burrows.
Skipper Chuck. Man, Bo, all y'all, I'm gonna send y'all this thing.
Bum.
But yeah, Bum Entertainment, right? So them all my young cats, they graduated after me, man. I love them boys, man. But I remember hearing the news for that, and we was like, what? Like, over what? Like, it just was, it didn't make no sense. Like most things in life, when you get the hit we don't see coming. Were you born then? How old were you? Like, talk to us how you found out about who he is and where you get your name from.
No, I wasn't born yet. I just
dang, that show how old I am though. You know, that's crazy.
I knew I was named after him. I know my grandpa and my grandma, they had like his pictures and everything up in the house. And even for my mom to lose two brothers like that. I know it was a lot for her. And my grandparents as well. But I always wanted to meet him though. And then I sometimes I ask myself, like, how my brothers are not, like, none of us are musically talented. Because that boy was skilled. Tim was I don't know
talented.
How. We don't got no. Now I love music though.
Yeah.
I
I ain't musically inclined either. That ain't my gift neither. But more importantly, his music, man. Tim was a good dude, dog. Like all through high school, he probably graduated a year after me, if not the same year. But I know him and Bo and all of them, they ran thick, man. And Tim was a good dude. Like, hands down, like they went all up. I think they went to FAM. Everybody kind of, for the most part, went to FAM. I was up in Ohio. But all through high school, even the times we linked back up and everybody came home from college, still was a good dude. Like, beef with nobody. Not that I remember. And I, pretty well known back in the day, But Tim was a good dude. And then finding out, and I think my sister told me, she was like, yeah, you went to school with his uncle. I'm like, hold on. And it's what's crazy is, all the times I was hearing your name, it never dawned on me, Tim Burrows, right? And I'm like, hold on, Skipper Chuck. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I feel slow. Because I've been hearing the name and never put two and two together. But nothing but good things to say about him. And anybody that's watching this episode that knows him, can't nobody say nothing bad about that cat, man. He was a good dude. And even in that, man, it just shows the pivot that we got to make in life. You say your mom lost two brothers that way. So it sounds like in a unfortunate circumstance way, somebody taking their life, unaliving them. And I don't like that. That's one of the things, with me being a former police officer, never abused my power, but I sure want to come after people who was doing folk wrong.
Yes, sir.
Like, because I did not like people being victimized and taken advantage of. And I see that a lot in you, too. Like, I not that you ever thought about it or didn't think about it, but if you could, you would probably be an amazing officer because you got the mindset for it. But hearing that, it was even more reason when I got into that line of work to where I wanted to make sure I protected people, from just these heinous acts, especially good folk. This world got some nasty folk on it.
Yeah, man.
Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a wrong statement. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there now. I shouldn't be offering up the evil people to get this stuff done to, because in God's eyes, we all evil. So you're like, LeVar, you up. Like, I'm just playing. But I think you get what I'm saying, that there's so many evil folk who do some nasty things to people. But when you hear some of these acts like this, you'd be like, but he was a good dude, or she was a good, woman. It's like, why did this happen to them? And I know maybe one day we can talk to moms about it when this podcast get rolling, because I would love to hear her thoughts about how she felt, because what you not being born in, but then finding out that's who you was named after. When you realized who you were named after, maybe what type of person he was, and I say is because God said he the God of the living. So the type of person he is, what did that do for you in your mind when you realized you were told his name?
That I had to carry on a legacy, but also build my own.
Right.
Because I'm the only one in my family, me and my mom, the only one in my family that has Burrows love.
Okay.
So my brother Khalil Love, Chris Love, and my grandma Diane Burrows, my grandpa Earl Burrows. So I kind of have both. Burrows love. So that's a legacy in itself. Right. And it's just big for me. Yeah. Because I'm starting it. Yeah. I'm starting this family.
Yeah, I like how you said that, recognizing the name and legacy of old, but also carrying one and establishing, your name as well, because you expect to have family and children and everything else, and that's important. Leaving a legacy down here. Scripture say, father leaves a legacy, for his children. Like, we're supposed to be leaving our kids some amazing things and opportunities. Our kids. Better than what we have established. So I can hear that all through your testimony, what you want to do as well.
Yes, sir.
So you made this pivot, now you were living in Florida when all this happened. We up here in Georgia now, just outside Metro Atlanta. You moved up here officially.
Yep,
January. All right. And engaged, of course, and congrats. Like I said, I say this to this day, like, I like him for my niece,
Thank you, man.
And I am not comparing you to the cats that's out there now, because there's really no comparing. A lot of these cats, I'm sorry, cat men, we got to step up. Some of y'all look real bad out there, And women, y'all need to step up too, because if y'all don't know, y'all run the game. We show interest, y'all decide yes or no. Remember, y'all walk around with the power. Unfortunately, it's closer to you than you think. Most guys only want a few things in life. And when y'all ever realize that and hold yourselves to a higher standard, then maybe you'll make us step up and do what we're supposed to do. And I say we, but I'm off the market, wife. You know I'm off the market. But for my men, my men out there, right? So for the guys out there, you will make them step themselves up if y'all get together as a group and realize who y'all are. God don't play with the way He made y'all. Yep. So that being said, you moved up to Georgia. You made a decision to come up here, be around your fiance, and it's funny because I ran into your work the other day. And you mentioned something that I just love talking to people about. And you was like, man, just trying to figure it out. And it's funny because I do feel like God lets us go through pain points in life, problems, right? That I love when Les Brown say, oh, it's not a problem. It's a character building day or opportunity for growth, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like He lets us go through certain ones that helps us conquer those if we use the opportunities right to grow through them, right, as we go through them. And then now we have really earned an area that we can help somebody else through, right? Mm-hmm. So you mentioned depression. I think I was depressed for a long time, not realizing it. Yeah. I feel like and it's funny because I blame God for it. Hands down. I want you to hear me though. I blame God. I blame you, Lord, for getting me into the depression. I blame Him for me not being happy with life. I blame God for me waking up frustrated. Because if He had not interrupted my life and showed me that there was more, then I would have been happy with what I was doing and not knowing any better, right? Yep. But I also blame God for every ounce of success. I blame God for my beautiful family. I blame God for us meeting. And I say that because nothing on this planet can happen unless Almighty God lets it. Yes, sir. So I say I blame Him just to kind of draw folk in, but I respect God and His decisions and how He lets things happen. Even though we may pout, whine, and cry at times, it's really for our benefit. Mm-hmm. We squirm so much when He's literally molding us, and it may hurt and may cause some pain. But He's like, I'm trying to make you to where, who you can be, and you're gonna enjoy this life, more. But we squirm and we fall out of His hand like, now I gotta start you over. You know what I mean? It sucks. So I say all that to say, you're trying to figure life out right now, right? So let's just throw it out there. Like, what do you want to do if there was no restrictions? Money was a non-object, and you knew what you were gonna do and try it was gonna work. What would be that thing that you feel like brings absolute joy to Tim?
Family. For me and my fiance, soon to be wife, in August.
That's right around the corner, boy.
Yeah. But just to have family, man. That's my American dream. That's my dream. Mm-hmm. To have a family and watch my kids grow up, man. Simple. Mm-hmm. I know people my generation, they wouldn't say that. They'll want a scat pack, Lambo, or this and that, materialistic stuff. But it's the little things like family, man.
Okay.
I just want to have a beautiful family, healthy family, and just grow old, man.
You give me the vibe of a protector. Funny story. We worked out here one day, right? And my grandson was over here. Yes, I got a grandson, Cashin. My little homie called me Baba, like from Black Panther. Cashin decided to want to get on the treadmill. Mm-hmm. And I think we were just talking at that point. We had finished our workout. And Cash wanted to get on the treadmill. And I told him, don't you get over there playing. And I forget where you were sitting. You may have been sitting, kind of, maybe similar how we are now a little bit. And Cash, and I think the moment I turned my back, next thing I know, the treadmill done got the best of him. I'm sorry I'm laughing. He's all right. This happened months ago. Got pink on the ankle a little bit. So the reason why I bring the story up, because the protector and Tim was across the room, about to grab Cashin off this treadmill. almost even before I responded, because all I could think about is move the treadmill out the way, and I just moved the treadmill out the way so it could stop, eating them up against the wall. But you could see that in him, like this kid, like this is just a yeah, it's family, but you don't know him like that. But I saw in his eyes then, I was like, yeah, and I told my wife and everybody, I said, boy, Tim was crossed that doggone room for to save cash. And I told my wife then, I said, man, he got a good temperament. Like, if there were no medical restrictions, I felt like you would be an amazing officer, because you don't look like the type of person who craves power. You crave peace. And the very nature of a police officer in Georgia, technically they're called peace officers. A lot of folks don't know that. And it takes a lot. I tell people all the time, you don't know who's going to abuse authority until they have authority to abuse. Yeah. You don't know who's going to abuse power until they have power to abuse. Because, if one doesn't have the thing that's going to really test their heart, you don't know if they're going to do it or not, right? So as you say what you say about, family, I love that, because I say all the time, I love my crew. My household, man, and I love, people outside my household too, but my household, oh, it's my crew, and to come home and just have a good time is the best time that I see, no matter what type of day I had. If I can come home, we get a good family time in a family room, and, even if we don't go anywhere, just being in there, laughing, joking, playing the game, looking at reels, just something to be together, right? It's amazing. So I love that you said that. But I'm going to still make you dig deeper. So, yes, you want your family, and that's going to happen. That's guaranteed. We also got to get to understanding the guarantee of us becoming, especially if we want to know. So, I'm going to push you deeper. All right, that's going to work. Family, you're finna be married. You can have a beautiful wife and some kids. All that stuff is going to be happening for you, right? But what is daddy going to be doing to make sure the family's fiscally taken care of financially? Like, what do you want to do in that aspect? Same question. Money's a non-issue. What brings joy to your heart to where you feel like this is what God made me to do? In addition to being a family man, I'm made to do this. Or if you don't know what that is yet, these things come real easy to me, so maybe we should explore my skill set there.
I feel like talking to people, man.
Okay.
I feel like I'm really good at talking to people, and even talking to people about stuff like that they've been through, and like how I've been through something. Like a lot of people, everybody goes through something, man.
Right.
And everybody needs somebody to talk to.
Right.
And I feel like I'm a great listener, and I'm a great talker. Like, I feel like I would really help a lot of people who went through stuff like I did.
Okay.
You lost everything, and you trying to build your life up.
Okay. So how often do you get those opportunities? Do people and have people come to you before and just start sharing their problems and concerns with you?
I mean, yeah. At the moment, I work at Publix right now. Man, I talk to people every day, man. Ask them how you doing, how your day going. Like, 'cause people going through stuff, man. And you never know, that little conversation can help them like that. That can make their day right there, man. And I always leave them with a have a good one. God bless. And I'm sending you that blessing. Make sure you make it home safe. Make sure everything going all right with what you just told me. And it's like that, and it really showed me, like, a lot of people go through a lot, man. You just don't know.
But the way you said it sounds different than most people. People walk by folk all day long. Hey, how's it going? And don't even care. Don't even care how that person's day is going. But when I hear how you say it, it sounds like you're waiting to actually listen for their response. And then seeing if this is an opportunity where God wants you to have this exchange with this human. That's what it sounds like. And that's a great starting point. I used to do the same thing in policing. I literally used the badge to converse with people about their life, their aspirations, and God and love. Because most people weren't going to walk away from me like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. Oh, they'd be like, oh, man. And I'm like, hey, let's sit down and just grab something to eat, or what's your life's purpose? I just hit them with the thing right there. So I love that, because I'm sharing that with you because, bro, that's beautiful training ground. If you feel like, oh, I love talking to people, I feel like I can help because people going through it, then guess what? Yes, even in Publix, there's a training ground for where your heart is already being tugged at. God let you go through experience, confirming that, you know, folk going through it. You at this place of employment right now that, dang, people going through it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it in their eyes. You can feel it. You talk to them. People share. And this is your training ground. You know what I mean? So with your temperament, I wholeheartedly believe that you can get into a life coaching, into a counseling thing if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It all boils down to what you want to do. You know what I mean? And of course, we all know we got to get out there and get these coins up to take care of the family, right?
Yep.
And sometimes we hold a job down that's not our gift, but we can do it because we can do it, but our passion may be somewhere else. And that, I think a lot of folk have done that. You know, you hold a job down, but you know in your heart, man, if I could do this all day, this other thing all day, I would do that. I would love that.
Yeah.
This is my encouragement for you, though. If that be the thing that you say, that, God, I feel like I can talk to people, and it's something that just comes easy to me because I'm a good listener, right? And then I can identify if somebody needs some talking to, then ask God to help you explore that, bro. Because I didn't realize I was a talker until policing. I didn't realize I had as much compassion, and I felt like God let my compassion grow until law enforcement. And then like you said, people suffering, dog. People suffering. People going through it. Y'all, we know y'all going through it, which is why we keep doing these podcasts to try and encourage you and share other people's stories and about how to just keep in the fight. You know, like just stay in the race. Even if you ain't running full speed, keep trotting that thing. You know, just don't stop. You know, and even if you think you've lost or failed at something, if you're still taking this, that deep breath, you're still in the game. You ain't going yet. You know, and that's how I come to understand how you get through your process when the football was removed. Because it seemed like this dude, talking about Timothy Burrows, love, that because he's taking deep breaths, this dude is happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I literally, as much as he got on one of my shirts too, I stay mad. It ain't about just being emotionally mad, but that's where it started for me. You know, it started there for me in a dark spot of frustration, and God met me where I was, like, now that I got your attention. You know, and I feel like it's a group of y'all out there that's mad about some stuff, frustrated, going through it, don't know your next step, don't know what the next thing to do. I tell you like this, whatever problem that bothers you the most on this planet, you might be one of the people that's supposed to solve that. And here's the example. I don't like seeing people suffer with not knowing what they want to do in life. It brings me to tears. So I feel like part of my calling, my burden that, or if I say a cross to bear, I feel like God is saying, LeVar, go talk to those people, as many people as you can, to help them figure out that they have value, they have purpose. I'm right there with them, and they can do this thing too. That's what I'm made to do. And then go spend time with my family, have a good time. So I feel like you're in the right path, bro. In the suffering, I think as the scripture says, count it all joy, brethren, if you're suffering, because as other people suffering, this is part of God's process. So I just say to you, because I saw your work the other day, you're like, man, I feel stuck, I feel stagnant. It's all right. It's part of the process.
Yes, sir.
If you feel like dirt being put on you and you almost feel like you're being buried, just remember you're a seed. Seeds go in the ground. They have to be buried. They have to be compacted. They have to feel like they're isolated, because that's when the growth process starts. So you ain't in the wrong spot, boy. You're growing more than you realize, all right? All right, so I want one more question for you. If you had to drop some kind of knowledge, wisdom, and inspiration to some young folk out there who's in a situation that they just got hit. They didn't see this hit coming, no matter what it is in life. What could you say to them? What would you say to them to help them keep going?
Don't be scared to talk, man. Don't be scared to talk about your problems. Go to somebody, man. You don't have to go through whatever you're going through by yourself. Just speak. You don't want to boil all that stuff inside your head, man. Like, you need to let it out. Just don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel bad. Talk. Just talk to somebody. It will help.
Absolutely. So listen, you just watched I Stay Mad on Purpose podcast. Your host, Mr. I Stay Mad, LeVar Green, and we had our special guest, Timothy Burrows Love. Now, Tim told me you're going to get on this weight loss journey. You're going to be doing some things, right? Are you going to be posting some of this online? How you going to be doing that? You want people to follow you through the process? What?
I'm a post a little bit, man. I'm on Instagram, Tim Love Fit.
Okay, Tim Love Fit. So follow my boy on Instagram. You also check us out. I Stay Mad. I Stay Mad on Purpose on YouTube. I Stay Mad on Instagram. Listen, check out the IStayMad.com website. We got some free material for you when it comes to the Purpose Playbook Questionnaire, helping you usher yourself right into your purpose in life. We also got some merch. Go check us out. You will need a reminder, something to just walk around with, to remind you to stay mad on purpose. Promise to make a decision to make a difference in your life and everybody else's. That's what we stand for. So check us out. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And you know what to do. Tune in next time. Appreciate you.
I'm on my prime, I'm feeling like Steph. I get my shot and I promise it's wet. Waited too long, but I told him I'm next. I need my bag, just run me the check. Cable was mine, I ain't taking less. I told them all I'm as real as it gets. Shit be a shit, dog, I'm cutting the net. I thought I told him I came for my spot.